Moving magnets.
This is the TeamClearCoat podcast. We're two friends finally doing something about our obsession with cars.
We're probably not doing it well, but it should be fun, and we might actually learn something along the way. I'm Dave.
And I'm Ian, and this is our show.
Ian.
Dave.
It's good to be back in the blanket fort with you, buddy.
It is. You are Dave, I am Ian, and you said you have a story.
I do. This is the Team Clearcoat podcast where we talk about cars. I'm going to start us off with a story not about cars.
Typical. Seems about right.
So Boo and I were in Whole Foods. All right.
Okay.
Every now and then we hit up the Whole Foods salad bar for dinner, right?
Okay.
Everybody can get what they want.
Uh-huh.
There's an assortment of paraben-free food.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Um,
And there's, I'm assuming, I was going to try to make a salad bar sex aid joke, and I decided to abandon it mid-sentence. Continue.
Wow. Wow. Ian, okay, so we were standing over by the soup, as one does.
Uh-huh.
And there was an older gentleman there, and all of a sudden we hear him go, "Ow! That really hurt." And a lady there with a shopping cart said, and these were the first words out of her mouth. She said, oh shit, let me see if I can remember it. She said, what did she say? She said, you were just standing there. Or something like that. She said, she didn't say, like, she obviously did not accidentally hit him.
Oh, so she had rammed him with her shopping cart.
She hit him purposely.
And then was blaming him for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was like, well, you were just standing there. Yeah, or you wouldn't move.
Oh, okay, right.
And we were close enough. She had not said, excuse me, can you please let...
Right.
Yeah.
Or sorry.
Yeah, right? Yeah, the first word out of her mouth was not sorry or anything like that. The first words were completely owning the fact that she had just hit this guy with her grocery cart. And it sounded loud. And it was one of those awkward moments where I thought they might have been a couple at first.
Right.
And she was just she playfully tapped him, and he was goofing around for the audience, No, that was not what happened at all. He proceeded to berate her, and she just left, and then he followed her to the checkout and tried hassling her there, and then they went their separate ways. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
So you never figured out why or how hard she hit him or anything?
We heard it. It was loud enough to hear. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man. Man, people get it gets cutthroat in the Whole Foods.
Over by the soup? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But can you imagine if you did that in a car, instead of horn, you just make contact with another vehicle?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
and then be the light was green.
Yeah. That's that's kind of how karting goes.
It is definitely how we kart.
But that's a slightly different situation.
Yeah, different stadium, different venue.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really work with a shopping cart to be I just had to give them a tap so they knew I was there.
Right.
Whereas in a cart, that's what you do.
Yeah, yeah. And it's I could see that happening in a rundown grocery store, where just shit is all over the place. But you think Whole Foods well, actually no. I'm gonna flip this.
Yeah,
Whole
I was
Foods
gonna say
is peak entitlement.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have an entitlement story like that actually from yesterday.
Okay. We'll talk about cars eventually.
Well, this is about cars.
Oh, okay.
So my wife was out of town, and before she got to the airport, I took her car and got it cleaned inside and out.
Oh, did you?
Did a nice clean on it. Not quite a full detail, but a couple steps down.
Okay.
And it was, a nice day in Denver.
Uh-huh.
And so it was a huge line. It was that place
Oh,
over in
yeah.
Colorado.
Yeah. we've had snow 3 consecutive weekends.
Right.
And it's one of the rare times where it's actually kind of built up and hanging around a little bit.
Right.
Right. And so I'm sure the car was filthy.
The car was disgusting, and the inside was awful, and because we had been up to the mountains with it, and people like tromping nonsense into winter nonsense. Into it and all that.
Idiot gingers were flicking their boogies in it.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So we got it's beautiful and everything, but while we were in line, of course, it was a long line, and the way that the line was, if you chose poorly and you ended up in the right hand line, there was only one vacuum stall that you pull into.
Yeah.
And then this one filtered out into 2, so it seemed like it went a lot faster.
Right.
And this woman in like a Cadillac Escalade next to me went through like 4 employees and then finally ended up like demanding to see the manager because she had to wait so long.
No
in
way.
The line, and like the other line was moving faster, and she got just really upset. Did the whole like, I want to talk to the manager.
Oh, like, no way. Karen wanted to see the manager, huh?
Yeah. Like the only like old white lady is the only person on earth who does this sort of thing, you know?
Wow.
Yeah. It was pretty awesome to be old.
And it's like, well, what are you going to do?
Right. And they're like, do you think we're not trying to get through as many cars as we can?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think we like are on purpose making this go slow?
More cars equals more money for us.
Right.
There is a built-in lubricant here.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah. The more cars everyone gets through, the more we all get paid, even people drying the car off. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense.
People be bitches, Ian. People be bitches.
It's true. People are terrible.
Yeah. We're the worst.
Yeah. Can I tell you something that is not the worst?
Yeah, absolutely.
Our buddy Peter's new car.
Oh.
You see that? That's called a transition.
A Segway.
A Segway, as the French call it. The Segway.
Well, let's talk about our good old Mainer buddy, Peter. All right. Well, hello, Peter. So when I had the Longhorn, right? We can't go Longhorn. Like, I don't know.
It's not as fun as King Ranch.
Right.
To say.
Yeah. When I was all filigreed out in the Longhorn, and apparently chewing skull, I went up to Vail to have dinner with Peter, right? After a journalist event that we'll talk about later in the show. So I got to see Peter's new car.
Yeah.
Peter got rid of his M5 and he bought a Volvo C30, as we heard on the show, right? And it's awesome.
Really?
It is so freaking cool.
I've always loved those cars.
It's so good.
And I've never driven one.
It's so good. Yeah, let me pull up some images. Yeah, so he let me drive it on the mountain roads. We went to grab some dinner at this awesome little hole-in-the-wall Mexican place that was fantastic. And then he took me on like a little mountain road that he knows.
Awesome. Does he have snow tires on it?
He does. He has the Hakkapelitas non-studded.
Okay.
And like I'm a little nervous, not being able to tell water from ice.
Right.
Right. And Peter just cranked this thing out doing 80 miles an hour. Like,
yeah.
I mean the speed limit.
The speed limit.
Yeah. C30. Yeah. It's such a great little car.
Does he have the like Polestar package or the R Design package?
He has the R Design package.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's so great. It's such a funky little car. His is black. He's got here we go. He's got a bike and ski rack on it, which just looks completely at home on that car.
Yep.
It handles well. He's doing a little bit of work on it. He's gonna do an ECU tune on it. It like I completely understand why he said it feels like the Wagon.
Right.
It really does. Like,
interesting.
It delivers power similar. Like it doesn't necessarily feel quick right off the bat.
It's really similar displacement too, right?
Yeah. 2.5 versus 2.3. 5 cylinders versus 4 for the Wagon. Right. Yeah, it's got a great little note to it. It's got grunt. It's fun. And Peter said, when he got in it, he very quickly was like, "Oh, I know how to drive this car."
Right.
From all of his time in the Wagon. Like I think it was like a 1-to-1 like knowledge base map to the C30.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, because like if you look at a Saab, like the wheelbase is actually pretty short,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
those wheels are kind of tucked in,
Mhm.
right? And this obviously the C30, the hatchback, the wheelbase is even shorter,
Right.
but like, you know, it's a shorter wheelbase hatchback car that is just it's fantastic, man.
Right. It's like about the same size on the inside as like a Mini Cooper, right?
Yeah, yeah. I had a great amount of headroom. Yeah, here's the interior. Yeah. It was
And he has
great.
the 6-speed?
He has the 6-speed. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
I'm curious how that like center stack has aged,
Really well.
you know?
Really well. So it's the black with green LEDs,
Right.
right? The dot matrix display.
Mhm.
And it's in great shape and yeah, it looked great.
Awesome.
Yeah, you know it's of an era,
Right.
but you don't mind it.
And there's no Bluetooth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can't. Can you modify that? Can you just put like an aftermarket stereo in there?
I don't think so.
'Cause
And
it's not quite doubled in, right?
No, PETA did not. So I'll have to ask him what he's doing. It's funny. So see this key fob thing here?
Uh-huh.
That's not a key. That is just how you start it.
Okay.
But you have the fob with you. It's like it has. Normally you would think like you put your key into it and then start, but no, that's like a permanent thing that just stays there,
Weird.
like a weird switch knob thing.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah,
I've never noticed that before. I've been in a few C30s. I've never even noticed that.
yeah, yeah.
Strange.
It's weird, but really cool. Really cool little car.
Yeah.
So does it? You got to drive it?
I did. Yeah, I drove it from Vail over to Avon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it feels lively and
It does.
possible and all that.
It feels lively. It feels like you need to respect it, especially through like a second and third gear pull.
Okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I always wondered about those cars because I've always liked the way they looked.
Oh, absolutely.
Because of the era, I think it's clearly the best looking hatchback of that era.
Yes, yeah, yeah. If you're stacking all of those hatchbacks up,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I wondered if it was going to be too Volvo-y, you know?
I don't think so. It did feel planted, but it felt fun.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm very jealous that you got to drive it. I hope to get to drive it soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
It's a great car. Pete made such a great pick.
I really hope we get to do a track day with
Yeah.
it together because that's
Yeah.
since we're not going to see the Vigan and my car on the track at the same time.
Right.
This is the next best thing, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
I think it would probably. I'm guessing he'd definitely be faster in a straight line.
I think so, yeah.
It'd be interesting to see.
I think his shift points would make or break a lap versus you.
Yeah, I think they'd be close, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
on the straight, he'd pull away, but not by much.
Right.
Um.
It'd come down to tires, brakes, and shift points.
Yeah. Oh, it's heavy though.
It is. Yeah.
Interesting. Oh wait, that's the gross vehicle.
Yeah.
I wonder what the curb weight is.
Let's find out. Ian, we
Yeah.
have the internet.
Yeah, but yeah, it would come down to I think tires, driver bravery.
3,200 pounds, so like almost exactly your car.
Yeah, it's a little lighter.
What's yours, 3,400?
Yeah, 33, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's about
Yeah.
the same.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Man.
That'd
Yeah,
be
so
That'd be a fun comparison
yeah.
to like have us both drive and then swap
Yeah.
and then see like what our lap times were like.
Yeah, right?
Because they'd be pretty close, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. It's a great car. It's a great car. I would totally own one.
Really?
Yeah.
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 They're super cool.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. I'm jealous that you got to drive it.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
We have another PETA story though.
Oh, yes, we do. Yeah.
Do you want to go into that?
Yes, PETA sent us this hilarious thing. Let me hide what we're seeing from the internet for a second, and then okay, yeah. So Craigslist Maine. When PETA was on the show, we were talking about Craigslist in Denver versus in Maine.
Yes.
Right? And like the wealth of stuff that we can find on Craigslist here in Denver versus what he had to put up with in Maine, right?
Uh-huh.
I think for singles ads or missed connections, it might be flipped based off of the one that PETA sent us. So we'll put this up. and I'll read it here. So this is a Craigslist misconnection near Portland, Maine. It says, it's titled, "You Farted Near the Bananas, Forest Ave, Hannaford. You were the hot brunette with curves that farted near the bananas this weekend. I was the tall guy next to you that looked over and asked, 'Was that you?' You quickly replied, 'No, wasn't me.' You almost seemed insulted that I asked you that. As the stink grew, you continued to deny your flatulence, but it was evident. I tried to get rid of the stench by waving a couple of bananas around. You proceeded to storm off in an angry manner. You are beautiful, and even though you are a liar and fart like a Clydesdale, I would love to meet up for a drink sometime." That is one of the best Craigslist things I've ever read. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what Craigslist misses in Maine for auto parts inventory, I think it makes up for in personality.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And I'm curious to know if, like the geolocated like spike in in Pornhub searches for curvy flatulent brunettes.
Right.
If that coincided
Just
with this.
peaks at that geolocated IP. Yeah. Yeah. That's hilarious.
That's my new fetish. Curvy flatulent brunettes.
That are lacking in potassium.
Yep. Yep.
That's hilarious. And it brings me to an FMK Cars.
Oh, FMK Cars is a game that Dave and I play on the show. It's based off the classic game Fuck, Marry, Kill, but we play it with people instead. Jesus Christ. We play it with cars instead of people because we're nice.
Yep.
F means you drive it for a day. M means you marry it. It's your new daily driver. K means you kill it. Goes to the crusher.
Absolutely.
All right.
Ian. This one I don't have a title for, but this is based on Craigslist misconnections.
Oh.
So you get a car and you have to meet this person from the misconnection.
Okay, so I'm meeting the person who posted the misconnection. I'm not the person in the misconnection.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. First up, all right, we have this is Montbello Car Wash. I saw you at the Montbello Car Wash last Saturday around 3 p.m. You were wearing a white Barbie hoodie with blue jeans. You were in a Dodge Dart, and I was in a white Nissan Altima.
Okay, so I get a Dodge Dart.
Yes.
Okay, and I am meeting this person in a white Nissan Altima.
Yes, you're also wearing a Barbie hoodie.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay. All right. Next, we have Native Roots Dispensary Metalhead. Hey! I love it when these start out with hey.
Hey!
Hey!
Because it is going on the internet just publicly, like, and it's just leaning out your window and going, hey!
You were in a yellow VW. I was in a black VW.
Oh.
Jamming Signs of the Swarm. I don't even know who that is. So I wanted to get your number. Mine is, and then this individual's phone number.
Yeah, we should call it.
Yeah, live on air. Yeah, okay.
What could go wrong?
Right?
Okay.
So you're a metalhead.
All right. In
All
a
right.
yellow Volkswagen.
In a yellow Volkswagen.
I
All
like
right.
it.
Okay. Lastly, Black Ford plowing Hobby Lobby. That's what she said.
Uh-huh.
While teaching my kids the important lesson of appreciating things many people miss, I noticed while pulling into Hobby Lobby how well plowed the parking lot was. We noticed a black Ford plow truck playing in the snow on the side of the parking lot, and my kids wanted to run up and tell you what a great job you did. I should have said something to you right away, but I'm sort of shy at first. If you're single and you see this, and by chance you care to chat a bit, message me. Tell me something about what I was driving or what my kids were wearing. Or maybe the type of coat I had on so I know it's you. This is great. Let's bring your children in immediately on a sketchy Craigslist hookup.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
So you're a snowplow driver driving a
Awesome.
black Ford truck.
Okay.
Maybe it was a Ford Fusion with a snowplow welded to the front of it.
You never know.
Right?
Yeah, it's, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, snowplow drivers were among the professions where one of the perks is you just meet horny singles on Craigslist.
Right? Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Good to know. Good
Yeah.
to know. Good to know for future
That must have
reference.
been some impressive plowing. This is like that stereotype of like, well,
If he plowed the driveway like that, imagine what he'll do in the bedroom. The
Right?
plowing.
yeah,
That
like
is.
imagining someone's like translating someone's like ability to dance to their
Right.
lovemaking experience.
Uh-huh.
Yours is plowing, Ian,
Right.
of both kinds.
I know. Plowing and plowing. All right. Okay. So I'm either listening to metal in a yellow VW.
Yes.
I'm a plower.
Yep. Or you
Or-
were in a Dodge Dart wearing a Barbie hoodie and blue jeans.
Okay.
Yep. I mean,
Now here's where I think we're gonna get into a like real philosophical question.
Oh, okay. All right.
And that is it better to be the cooler person in the relationship or to be dating someone who's cooler than you? Because in the Dodge Dart Nissan Altima equation, clearly the Dodge Dart is a cooler choice than the Nissan Altima.
I don't understand your fascination with the Dodge Dart. It's a garbage little car.
It's I didn't say it was good. I said it was
but
cooler.
it is better than an Altima, I guess.
Cooler. It's got a Fiat multi-air engine in it. That's kind of cool. No? Nothing? It's cooler than a Nissan Altima, a white Nissan Altima.
True. If you had a white Nissan Altima and you were like drove down Colfax to get somewhere, everyone would get in your car at every stoplight because they thought you were their Lyft driver.
Right.
Yeah. True.
So yeah, I mean that's cooler. And also I'm wearing a white Barbie hoodie, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not really. What about so then the next one,
Yeah. The metalhead.
the metal
You in a yellow VW.
VW buddies,
Yep.
just bumping Volkswagens,
Bumping dubs. Yep.
I don't even know what that means, but I love it.
Yeah. I think that this one, the VW, does not bode well for the overall like transportation of the relationship, right? I think like you're on thin ice as far as whether or not both of you are going to be able to get somewhere,
Right.
right? I think
But
Yeah.
just think of like all the dates you could have at the mechanic shop.
right, or in your own home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the prefab staycation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, and then the
This one comes with the family, apparently.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to crush the Volkswagens.
Okay. All right. That's probably the safest choice.
I can't do metal
Right.
for that
You're
long.
not a metal bro.
I also don't smoke weed.
Right.
And I think one Volkswagen in the relationship is probably as many. It's like the maximum.
I like that, like, you're casting judgment when you have a Volkswagen and a Saab in a relationship.
I never have claimed to be intelligent or make good
Did
decisions.
we put the R32 versus your Turbo X in the Rock Auto cost calculator?
Yeah, the Turbo X is way more expensive.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and probably just because they don't have the correct understanding for R32.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so then so I'm crushing the Volkswagens.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to oh man, this is tough.
Do you deal with a stranger's affection and family for a day? Or do you have to put up with someone in the relationship driving a white Nissan Altima? What are you going to do, Ian?
I think I'm going to marry the snowplow.
Okay. All
I
right.
think I'm going to marry the snowplow
Okay. All right.
and hang out with this person and their kids.
Yeah. And multiple children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Partly because that is a really great that job I feel like is a really great just like I got to get out of the house.
Right.
Someone needs their shit plowed. I'm
Right.
going to go do that.
Right. Right.
That's a good mandatory escape
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
And then the other one for a day, I guess we're just going to go wash our cars and I'm going to dry it with my Barbie hoodie.
There you go.
Yeah. What would you do?
I do not know. I do not know.
It was a fun
Oh
one.
my God.
I like it.
I was maybe 20 seconds before you finished your answer. I was like, oh God, he's going to turn this around on me.
And I have not thought about it.
I would probably kill the Ford plow. You know me and kids.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. My old man sedan, much like me, rejects the notion of children. It's not like I haven't been one myself.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Or currently.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, and then I think I can do metal here and there, but I could only do that for a day. I think I'd have to marry the Dart and the Altima.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
White Barbie hoodie would look good on me.
It would look fantastic on you. I think you should do it.
We should get matching ones.
We'll see.
Nice.
Okay. Well, that was a nice one. I like that one. I have an update.
You have an update.
Okay. On my father's racing team.
Okay. All right.
Dead Pedal Racing.
Yeah.
Deadpedalracing.com if you want to go check out more of that. But so if you remember from a while back, the old car was crashed.
Yes, it was left in a bad way.
Yep.
There we go. Let's show the people.
My uncle hit the Armco at turn 9 at Watkins Glen.
Oof.
If you want to see where that is, you can watch our narrated lap.
There you go.
Of Watkins Glen.
Nice.
But that's
synergy.
But that's what the car looked like after that calamity happened.
Yeah.
Fortunately, or I guess depending on you, unless you're my mom, my dad has a ever-growing collection of Maserati bi-turbos.
Right.
And so they just slotted everything into a new one.
Uh-huh.
And so we're going to show you a picture of it because this weekend is the debut race for this new car. It is...
I wish I could zoom in.
Super rad looking.
It is really, really cool looking. Here, let me see if I can open this like in another app and like zoom in or something. Zoom, enhance. It won't. Come on, zoom. There we go. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
It is awesome. So this car is really interesting, and we'll at some point have my dad on to talk through all of that, or maybe not. I don't know. But the car is really interesting because it had a previous life as a show car, like a SEMA type of car. I don't know if it actually went to SEMA, but that kind of
like
genre
tuner car. Aftermarket showcase.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, all right.
So it has like the fenders are flared beyond what they are on the stock car. And it had some like a bunch of engine tuning, and it has the slightly larger displacement engine that was also available. I think only in Europe or something.
Okay,
I don't remember exactly. But it's super cool looking.
It is really cool looking. So it's for anybody who's not watching it on the YouTube, it's like this nice dark blue with black accents and then red tridents,
like huge red tridents. on it, that look just badass.
Yeah, it looks great. I can't wait to hear about your experience driving it, Ian.
Yeah, so I obviously will not be driving it this weekend. This weekend they're going to be in Sonoma at Sonoma Raceway in California.
Okay.
They definitely so if you're there, definitely go find them in the pits. They will be the only Maserati on track. I promise you.
Yeah.
And hopefully they'll do pretty well. Even though this is going to be kind of like a bit of a shakedown race, I think, for them.
Yeah.
But the big race that we're trying to get ready for is Indianapolis in July. So hopefully I will be there. And if you're going to be there, let us know.
Yeah.
But yeah, go if you're going to be in Sonoma this weekend, go say hi.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I just keep staring at it.
I can't wait for you to get some stick time in it, man.
I know. That front splitter looks so cool.
It does. It really does. Yeah. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I'm super excited. And apparently it's still got the the power is good and everything like that. It still has some foibles as far as handling. So my dad's hopeful though that some of that's going to get worked out this weekend.
Okay. Like what? Like, has he said anything about it?
It's still pretty snappy.
like as far as rotation is concerned, because it's a very light car to begin with,
Right.
and it's pretty front heavy.
Yeah.
So the back end gets pretty light,
And it's a short wheelbase.
and it's a really short wheelbase. So it can sometimes be a handful. And the old car, one of the things that we struggled with would be that it would turn in really hard because again, it wants to rotate,
Right.
but then it would just. We would have like really kind of horrendous mid-corner understeer. So you'd end up turning in and then scrubbing off tons of speed through the corner, and then the exit was fine,
Right.
as long as you didn't get on the power too early, especially if you were into boost. But we just lost a lot of time in the corners because of that.
Yeah.
And it was frustrating too, and it also made it took a long time to get the braking dialed too.
Okay.
Because it would be very lively under braking.
Right. I remember
that?
you talking about it moving around a lot.
It was just, it's hard to be confident and it's hard to, the big thing with that was, that I struggled with was, I don't know where it's going to end up.
Right.
So how do I use all of the track?
Right. Exactly. How do you use all of the track, and how do you confidently go too wide into a corner?
Right.
So
you ended up, I ended up by compensating by braking earlier and then rolling off the brakes. So getting all my braking done on the straight line, rolling off the brakes, and then kind of going out to the corner or to the side of the track.
Gotcha.
And then going in.
Okay.
But,
braking position, then turn.
Which is just
Yeah.
not the fastest way around.
Right.
A track.
Yeah. You're doing stuff a little out of order there.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was hard to get confidence in it. So I'm hoping though with there's a little bit more aero. One of the big improvements that they're hoping to do is to put a flat bottom on it underneath it to hopefully manage airflow underneath the car a little bit better.
Okay.
So we'll see. I'm super excited to drive it, and I really hope they do well this weekend.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
Deadpedalracing.com.
Deadpedalracing.com.
Deadpedalracing.com. They're also on the Facebook, so you can send my dad obscene messages of good luck.
And alternators.
And alternators, yes. Just send them. If you have parts, send them.
I like that. That's like a kidney drive, but for a Maserati.
We do need a telethon for this car.
Right?
If any car deserved a telethon, it's this one.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh, my God.
And it would just be 24 hours of my mom going we used to have a living room, but now it's filled with greasy Maserati parts from 30 years ago.
Right? Yeah.
It's the best. Anyway, so that's that.
I love it. I cannot wait to hear what it's like to drive.
I want to hear about what it was like for you to drive on snow and ice.
Yes.
Oh, wait. I have an FMK cars.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
From my father.
Paternal FMK cars.
Yes. All right. This is straight up. There's no catch.
All right. I got my Google Aid already.
My dad also has one of the older V8 Vantages.
Yes.
Like an 06? 06, I think it is. Anyway, around that vintage V8 Vantage. So he's pretty into Aston Martin now. And so he gave me weird Aston Martins.
Okay.
I think one of these is not weird, but very cool. He disagrees with me.
Okay.
All right. So the first one is the Aston Martin Signet, which you remember is the Toyota IQ that has been rebranded, I believe.
Yes. Or is it a smart car? It's a smart car, right?
I thought...
Oh, no, you're right. Scion IQ.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Look at that little monster. Yeah.
Well, that's the V8
Oh, that's
Signet.
the V8. Yeah. The Signet. Here we go. Here's a
go.
street one. Okay.
In
All
British racing green, no less.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the next one is the Lagonda, which I think is super cool. My dad thinks it's very ugly. I think it's
it's gorgeous.
pretty awesome looking.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it's beautiful. Doug DeMuro did a great video about it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
super weird.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, super duper weird.
Yeah.
And then the last one, it was a concept car.
Okay. All right.
There was only one produced. It's called the Bulldog.
Yeah.
It's 600 horsepower.
Oh,
It's a
jeez.
twin turbocharged V8.
Dear God.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. It looks like a Lotus Elise almost. Esprit.
Yeah, I was gonna
Esprit,
say, yeah.
Single box design, yeah.
Yeah, it's got a bit of that in there.
Yeah. Okay.
From 1979, which seems about right.
Look at the mirrors, like how they're those triangles.
Oh, that's awesome.
right? Oh, yeah. Look at those mirrors.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm marrying the Bulldog just because of the mirrors.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Look at the weird. Can you go back to the front?
Yeah. Is the front wider than the rear?
Well, but also look at, because it must be a tub.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see if that was what it was made out of, but look at the seating position.
Yeah, you are close.
Yeah, look how narrow.
Oh, and there's a third one in the back, right? It's opposite McLaren F1.
Is that what that is?
Maybe.
No.
Yeah, look, there's no rear seat right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just one in the middle in the back.
That's super strange.
Oh, I love it. I'm marrying it. I like that this is where the antenna is, too.
Right.
That's hilarious.
It's super weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so there's only one was made.
Oh, that's not the antenna. I think that's the windshield washer sprayer, maybe?
No, that's an antenna.
Oh, okay.
That is an antenna.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
There. Oh, wow. Is this where you put gas in it? It must be.
Must be because it's a mid-engine.
Mid-engine, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and it's
weird.
got gull-wing doors.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Go on. Keep telling me about it, Ian. Because it just keeps getting better and better. Yeah. Okay. I'm marrying that. For a day? Oh, man. How do you pick driving a Signet or a Lagonda for a day?
I mean, to me, that's an easy choice. I would do this differently, though.
I think I'm gonna F the Lagonda.
Okay.
Yeah. And then unfortunately I have to kill the Signet.
Yeah.
Yeah, what would you do?
I would kill the Signet without a question.
Yeah.
And then I would drive
It's just so weird.
I'd drive the Bulldog for a day,
Uh-huh.
and then I'd marry the Lagonda.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like living with, I mean, I'm an idiot,
Right.
but there's a big difference between living with a one-off car
Right.
and a car where they made like 600 some, like the Lagonda.
True.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ask me. I know. I like living with a car where there's 600 examples. Is the devil that I know.
Right.
Already.
There you go. There you go.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
that's
you're already in that bathtub.
already doing that.
Yep, soaking in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how many orders of magnitude worse it would be
Yeah.
to own a one-off car.
A single.
A priceless one-off car
Right.
as a daily driver.
Right. Rock Auto value calculator, like you go to it and it just goes, ha, ha. Right.
Exactly.
You go to the Rock Auto price calculator and all of a sudden a second monitor appears above your computer screen so that the height of the bar can reach off of the screen.
Yeah, it's just a widescreen TV
Uh-huh.
in portrait mode.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Oh,
I love it. I love it.
yeah, I like that. All right.
Oh,
Lau, let's move on.
I'm hitting a wall. I didn't have dinner yet.
Oh, no.
Help me, Ian. Do you have any taffy?
I don't.
Where's your emergency taffy stores?
You know, I should have some. And
Yeah.
I just don't.
Oh,
I do want to hear about you driving on ice and snow.
Yes.
in a frozen lake.
yeah. So I did a journalist event. The day that I had during our time with the Longhorn, I used it as a mobile office for the first half of the day while I was up in Georgetown. Georgetown Lake is where they freeze the lake freezes and they do ice racing and driving and stuff like that on
Right.
the lake. Right? You've driven on it.
I have, yes.
Yeah.
And we did ride along.
Yeah, we did.
A long time ago.
Yeah, in the studded class Jeeps. You were Josh Tinge's good luck charm in his Audi S4.
Yes. that's
Remember,
right.
he wouldn't let you get out because he kept winning,
Yep.
right? And then he won the studless class that day.
Yes.
Yeah, the bare rubber class.
Yeah.
Yeah. I follow him on Instagram. I don't know if you do. He's got a performance detailing and modding shop.
Yeah. I do follow him. Yeah.
Yeah. So spent some time up there, and so it was called the Colorado Winter Driving Encounter, which is a very interesting name.
Yeah.
The Colorado Winter Driving Encounter.
Right. I feel like encounter is one notch less suggestive than the word rendezvous.
Right. Yeah. Right?
Which is one less than like tryst.
Right. I had a Craigslist encounter.
Yes, exactly.
I had a WhatsApp rendezvous. Right? Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. So let's see. So in attendance was Fiat Chrysler, right? Buick, Mercedes-Benz, Honda Acura, Toyota, right? So they had let's see here. And
GM, right? Did you say GM?
No.
So there was a Buick something.
Buick something, yes. You can tell what kind of Buick was there by what I said about it. Ian, I didn't even go near the Buick.
Oh, really?
Or the Acura.
Oh.
Or the Honda.
Okay.
Or the Toyota.
Oh, wow. Okay. So what did you drive?
I just spent my time in the Jeep Sahara.
Okay.
And the Challenger. It was a Dodge Challenger all-wheel drive model.
Nice.
And
the Sahara, remind us, I think sits between like the base Wrangler
and the Rubicon.
Right?
Yep,
It's like that midpoint, right?
Yep. Yeah. And so and then I spent some time in the Mercedes-Benz 300.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Mercedes-Benz 300 first. Let me pull up a picture. I don't think I got one, but they did provide us journalists with some press photos that we can use, some B-roll.
Now, while you're pulling that up, can I ask a question about tires? Let's talk tires.
They were all on studless winter tires.
Okay.
So yeah, they were all on like either Blizzaks or, something of that nature. Yeah, They were on proper winter tires.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Okay. So let's see here. Where's the C300? I am looking for it. There it is. So Mercedes, they did this event in Winter Park the day before. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Mercedes had two cars up there. They had a pre-production GLE 450.
Right.
Okay? And the C300. Somebody broke the GLE. Yeah. So the GLE was not there when I drove.
Whoops.
So I guess what happened was somebody had full lock under turning, and they hit something, and it broke a control arm or something like that.
Yeah,
that'll
happen.
Yep. So yeah. So I spent some time in the 300. Ian?
Yeah.
I only drove it once.
Okay.
It was the all-wheel drive. Yeah, the C300 4MATIC. I was with the brand rep. And you cannot completely disable traction control in this.
That is annoying.
Yep. It was in Sport Plus or Sport Track mode, the most sporty mode that you could be in. And it was German through and through.
Yeah.
So for anybody who doesn't know, like when you're driving on something like this, you alternate kind of between patches of packed snow and just slick ice.
Right. And then there's ruts in the lake and that sort of stuff, depending on like what cars have been there, what the weather's been like. Yeah,
you're exactly right. And it's surprisingly bumpy.
Yes,
you would think Frozen Lake super smooth. Nope, surprisingly bumpy.
Yeah,
right. So the Mercedes-Benz it detected fun and then shut that shit right down.
And you would think that would be a pretty good fun one because that is a rear biased
all-wheel drive car
system, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you would think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, think back to our track day.
Right.
In even the AMG model.
Right.
And like how intrusive the all-wheel
the traction control and
stability control is.
Yeah. For something like the C63 AMG, like it figured stuff out for you and you were okay with that.
Yeah.
With this, when like I actually like wanted to properly hoon it, it had none of it.
Right.
None of it, Ian. So when you're I forgot to mention that the sun was coming out while I was up there.
Okay.
So the icy parts there was just a sheen of water on them.
Yeah.
So it was slick on slick, right? So when you're driving and you're trying to have some fun in a car like this, what you need to do is you find a snowy spot and then you manage to get one of the front wheels on it.
Yep.
And then just throttle to try to get it to rotate.
Yep.
Right. So I was just hunting snow islands.
Yep.
Right. And it was fun. I'm glad I did it. And I have to say, like, if I was in some insanely sketchy position with this car in really bad weather, I have a feeling like I would go somewhere at 5 miles an hour, but I would get there.
Right.
Right. It actually did really well.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So they had a slalom course where you would go through 3 cones, then make a big sweeping left-hand turn, and then come back through 3 cones and brake for a finish.
Okay.
Right? And it was amazing. Like the braking was largely ice then snow at the end. They had like a little finish box set up. And the winter tires on ice actually like could stop like with ABS. It's insane.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just studless winter tires.
Yeah, they do. Like the ones I have in my car are amazing. They're so good.
Right?
Yeah, my car is a total beast in the snow.
It is. Your car is the perfect balance of fun and stability in the snow.
Right, especially
if
with,
it was at its stock ride height.
Oh, yeah, there's that. Okay, so you only drove that once. What else did you drive?
So I drove the Challenger.
Okay, that's the one I want to hear about.
The all-wheel drive. Actually, I have to say, from a fun perspective, that was the second most fun vehicle.
Oh.
Right? Okay, so let me see.
The first one obviously being the Buick something.
Yeah, the Buick something that I put on the list. Yeah, let's see here. I have some of my pictures of the Challenger. Here we go. Here's one. Yes.
So what engine is in this Challenger?
This was the V8. It was normally aspirated.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 300-ish
something, yeah.
horsepower?
Yep.
Okay.
And it was the all-wheel drive model.
Okay.
And I tried the different settings for traction control. And when you turn traction control all the way off, which you can do in that car, it's almost completely rear-wheel drive. I don't know if the fronts ever engage.
Huh.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. So
that's strange.
Yeah.
So there's not a mode where you have traction control off, but the front wheels are...
I think it's like you step down and the final mode is basically rear wheel drive. Yeah. And it was a hoot.
I bet.
With the traction control mode enabled, I would daily that in Colorado. I would not I would not think twice about driving that through the snow.
Interesting.
I don't think I would even need to go to a studded setup.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, it would.
Fun.
Right? I think that car right there is like an enthusiast cake and eat it too kind of thing, right?
Yeah, if you live someplace like we do. Yeah.
Yeah, where you have to deal with some snow and ice and you still want something that you can track, you have fun with. It's awesome.
Okay.
Lastly, and the most fun was the Jeep Sahara.
Really?
Mainly because the all-wheel drive, like the four-wheel drive, one of the modes where it was like four-wheel drive-ish, you could start to slide, and then the fronts would kick in and start to pull you.
Yeah.
So you could pull these huge arcing drifts.
It's nice.
And since you're dealing with all the bumps and ruts of driving on a frozen lake,
it
just soaked that stuff up, man.
Right.
Yeah.
So
was the difference basically like with the Challenger, it would get upset by that stuff, so it made it hard to hold a long slide.
Yes.
Whereas that you could just go over that stuff.
You're exactly right. And like as you would hit like some of the snow and like find traction, you would know, like you could lean into it. Where like the Challenger, it's a low car, like it's like, oh God, like I don't want to like, just hammer this square peg round hole kind of thing.
Okay.
But like something like that on the ice, something like the Jeep on the ice, hilarious in its own setting, like in its home,
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. So huge thanks to Fiat Chrysler. I rode with Kelly a few times. Yeah, definitely thank you to Mercedes-Benz. It was fantastic.
That's awesome. I'm
Yeah.
very jealous. I was unfortunately in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And didn't get to do that. I did my own thing, which we'll probably, I'm guessing we'll talk about next time, maybe?
I don't know. How long have we been talking?
That's an excellent question.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 50 minutes, Ian. What else? We have more stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah.
about that next time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm bummed that I missed this.
Yeah. On top of that, like I didn't. We got a last minute invite to do the Winter Park thing too, and get put up, like all expenses paid in Winter Park, and also do the driving event at Georgetown.
Man, what are these people thinking?
I don't know. I don't know. But it would have been fantastic. But
would've been fun, yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Like and the fact that I worked half the day in Georgetown, sitting in the Longhorn. You know? Yeah.
That's so awesome that you were able to do that.
Yeah.
Was there? I forgot to ask if the LTE connection in the press car was active.
I did not try it. I had my own MiFi for
okay.
work that I just used.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Yeah, but I had fast Verizon service right there in the parking lot for the lake.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right?
Yeah. Georgetown Lake is awesome. If anyone is not from Colorado and you're visiting in the winter, definitely go check out
Absolutely.
Georgetown Lake, especially if you're there when they're doing racing. Or
look at the Our Gang 4-wheelers
Yeah.
website, and
it's great. And sometimes
Yeah.
they do. Sometimes there's other like public events there where you can go drive your car out on
Yeah.
the lake. It's awesome.
yeah.
All right. Let's do some My Eyes.
Yes.
I have a My Eyes.
Okay, all right.
I did not take a picture of it.
Okay.
Because I don't have
An intern like I do.
An intern.
Okay.
I saw in a 24-hour period last week.
Okay.
I saw two Tuvia Crosses
No way.
in 24 hours.
What?
Like just like randomly on the street.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, I saw one downtown, and then the other one was like on 6th or something. One was white, one was yellow.
Did you go buy a lottery ticket like that moment?
You know, I probably should.
You
have.
should have.
Yeah,
Ian,
I know.
the Via Cross is so cool.
They're so strange and just so cool. But
Yeah.
the other thing that I saw, where I'm like my heart went out to this person.
Oh, uh-huh. Yeah.
Do you ever see a car in a location
Uh-huh.
and that combination just tells you everything you need to know
Yep.
about the state of that person's life?
Yeah.
I was driving on 6th Avenue in Denver, and there are, like there are in lots of cities, little garages that are attached to, gas stations, right?
Yeah.
And parked outside in like kind of the service, like the pre-service
I think
area,
I know where you're talking.
was a Maserati GranTurismo.
Yes, I know exactly
Did you see
because
that
I
too?
have seen it. Yep.
And I was just like, oh man, I know exactly the state of mind that the owner of that car is in,
Right.
and how terrible everything is going.
Right. It was probably like a late 2000s, right? Like a
Yes.
2000.
Yeah, just go to the Wikipedia, because it
Yeah.
used to be, and I always get it mixed up, the Grand Coupe,
right.
and all of that.
Yeah, but it was like this. It was like the Gran Turismo.
Yeah, the really pretty looking one.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh,
you poor bastard. Right? What if it had temp tags?
I don't think it did.
No, it didn't. Yeah.
But it was white and beautiful. But like,
I saw the
no.
same one on
Oh,
6th.
no.
Yep. Yeah. So my little like routine every now and then is, right, my therapist is down that way.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Right. So like I go treat my mind, right? And then I stop at Pablo's, by your place. I get a coffee, right? I get a breakfast burrito for the drive into work.
Yep.
And then if I'm extra good, sometimes I get a little cookie.
Good job. Good
Thank
job,
you.
Dave.
And so then I
Breakthrough cookie.
And so I was driving to work from therapy, then Cookie, and I see that the Gran Turismo, and I'm like, oh god, like that person is the one that needs
turn
the
back
therapy.
around, go right back to the therapist.
I should have just stopped and pick him up and be like, I'll get your copay. This is couples counseling now. Right?
Oh, man, that's really
Right?
funny.
Yeah. I want car themed couples counseling. Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
It is, isn't it?
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah. Patient zero, you and Jenny.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, car thing. But you could also just do it with like, people who park next to each other at the office all the time.
Yeah, right?
That's a good. We should have fun with that.
Yeah.
I'm writing it down.
It's going in the notes, everybody.
Car themed couples counseling.
I like that. This is going to be one of those notes that we see like a year from now and be like, what the fuck was this about?
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah. That's our version of getting drunk and ordering things on Amazon.
Yes. Yeah, these are our ambient purchases.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you have any other My Eyes?
That was it.
Okay, I like that. I like that we both spotted the Maserati at the garage.
And had the both like a swelling of sympathy.
Right? Yeah. God, you'd have to be a psychopath not to feel for that person.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
I was driving around and my intern managed to snag a picture of not just the crack that is slowly growing in my windshield, but what happens when a juggalo grows up, right? Yeah, and our buddy Joe on Instagram said that was the smallest ICP sticker he'd ever seen. Yeah, usually they're way more obscene.
Yeah.
But we've seen the Operation Ivy minivan, right?
Yes.
The punks get old. Juggalos get old.
That's true.
Like they start to have families.
Or they have a band.
Right?
You never know.
Yeah.
I think the Uplander, though, not world renowned for a band touring vehicle.
Nope.
So this is probably a family vehicle.
Yes, it is.
A little family of juggalos.
Yep. Yeah. That would have been hilarious if I drove by it and the kids' faces were painted.
Right. Or like it had like, the stick figures.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
all
and they were just little
stick
juggalos.
figures.
Yeah. Like a Faygo 2-liter and then like a can of Faygo for the children.
It's just stick figures with Jenko pants, Jenko jeans.
Yes.
Ask your parents about those.
Yeah. How'd you get a sticker of a wallet chain? Yep. Let's see. I've seen some stuff out there. I have a lot of My Eyes.
Okay.
All right, let's see here. I saw this idiot. This is this person's license plate. It says you again. You again. Oh, you again.
You again?
You again? Yeah. What?
You again.
Who is that for? What is it? Why? Why are we doing this? I get the Toyota Avalon. It's a lot of bang for the buck for a sedan. It truly is.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess.
Legitimately it is. Like
it doesn't. I think where the problem with this is that like it's very incongruent to try to have a sense of humor in a Toyota Avalon.
I think you're right.
It's like a rousing German comedy.
You're exactly right. Yeah. The joke vanity plate you put on your Toyota Avalon didn't land.
Yeah.
Didn't land, Avalon.
You cannot be ironic in a Toyota Avalon. It's impossible.
Right? Yeah.
Not allowed.
Next. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
So this, I was driving to work. This was on a day when it was snowing, but the roads hadn't gotten slick yet.
Uh-huh.
So this person does not have an excuse unless a feral dog wandered into the lane. But if you take a look at this picture, you'll notice that this Kia Sportage, is that a Kia Sportage, Ian? What is that?
Yeah, I believe that's a Sportage.
It's you can see more of the roof than you should be able to in this perspective, right? That's because, and I had to get this while moving. My intern did while moving.
Yeah.
You can see it went up on one of those like pedestrian protector concrete poles.
Right. Like a stanchion.
Yeah, and fucking stopped there.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
So the front is suspended in the air. Yeah. I once saw a Subaru Legacy Wagon at a Taco Bell parking lot. And this Taco Bell is on Colorado Boulevard down near like the 1000 block.
Like by Downing, or not by Downing, but
those are parallel streets, Ian.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Right?
Sorry.
Like maybe like past Exposition.
Okay.
Right? And it Taco Bell used to have some metal tables out in front of it.
Okay.
Right? And somehow it had hit the metal table, but the metal table, instead of like tipping backwards, tipped forward. I don't know how. and their car used it like a goddamn ramp.
Oh shit!
And its front end was thrust toward the sky. And guess what? That Subaru all-wheel drive system kept shoving that vehicle up the table because the rear wheels were the ones with grip. So guess where the drive went?
That's awesome.
And so its rears were still touching, but it was like at like a 30-degree angle, more than this, in the sky.
That's crazy.
Right? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Guess what? Also, the Kia Sportage, it's going to stop when you take the drive wheels off the ground.
Yep.
Yep.
Sure is.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Isn't that nuts?
That. Well, but also, like, how did they end up there?
Right.
Because that's already on the median.
Yeah. So here you can see, like, in the previous picture here, that like they must have gone up the curb here.
Yeah. Well, you could see where the tire rubbed on the curb.
Yeah.
Behind the
right
rear,
there. Yeah.
Where
I go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, you could kind of see they were probably going at it at an angle, the curb kind of,
Yeah.
And so that's the tire rubbing along the curb.
Right. And this thing is still standing, the reflector marker thing, but those are flexible. I don't know if that hit and popped back up.
I bet they were going in at it like straight on, like they were going to go through the intersection straight there instead of going. And then the curb is what rotated them. That's why there's the scuffing.
Oh, okay.
So that's how they ended up pointing that direction.
Oh, weird.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, right. Because you'd think if you hit the curb at that angle, it's going to thrust the car until it grips. Then it's going to... Right. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
We need some crash scene forensics on this.
How did this happen?
Right?
I need more information.
Right? Yeah. God, I wish we had a camera of that.
So I have a like people running over metal shit story.
Oh,
I
okay.
just sent you an Instagram post.
Oh, sure.
So this was several years ago, or a few years ago now, I guess.
You just hangouts it to me?
Yeah. I may have talked about it on the show before, but I was at a gas station and I heard this horrendous noise.
Okay.
Of just scraping.
Oh my God. Okay.
And this
I forgot that you put this on Instagram.
Yeah, this woman like parks her car and she was like kind of in front of me, so I couldn't see the front of her car.
God.
And goes into the thing and then brings out a mechanic. And the mechanic was just like, "What?" And so like now I'm curious. And so they go back inside and start talking to like two other employees. And I was like, well, I've got to figure out what's going on.
Right.
So I walked around to the front of her car and found this.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see. Come on, sync to OneDrive. Come on, where's the details view? Shit.
Date modified.
Date modified sort. iOS. Yeah, let's try this one. Yep, there it is.
Yeah. So she had, with her Saturn, run over a pole. And so like what she had told the employees was she didn't know that was there because she got out of her car and went around the back. Didn't even look at the front of the car.
You're kidding me.
No. So she had looked she said she drove over a median and then her car started making really bad noises.
Okay.
And so she thought, like, I don't know what she thought had happened, but she thought something had broken in the front of the car.
Sure.
Not that she was dragging a traffic signal.
An entire stoplight.
Yeah. So she sheared it off the pole, like hit the pole, bent the pole down, sheared that off the pole, and then started pushing it. And it was like, maybe 100 yards from where she had done it and drove it all the way to this gas station.
I never thought about that before, but like basically like that's so those poles are largely made to break away and either pop over the top of your vehicle,
right,
or they're fiberglass and they lay down.
Right. So that one must have laid down.
Right. And then what you're doing is it's like when you're a kid and like you take like leaves off of a branch like with your hand, right?
Yeah.
So all of the stuff that's attached to the pole comes with you, but the pole stays there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Right?
And so she
oh
goes,
my God. She like at a mom made that.
Yeah. She literally said, I drove over some grass and now my car makes terrible noises.
Oh my God.
And so like I was like looking at it and we were looking at it with the mechanic and the first thing that he said was, hey, why don't you just back just reverse.
Right.
But then we were looking at it, and it was like perilously close to the radiator
Oh, yeah.
and like the whole front lip of the car. So we
Sure.
thought maybe we were gonna have to like jack it up
Right.
and then push it back on the jack. But I think she ended up just. It was like so close to the radiator, so we were just like, just go slow.
Right.
And if we say stop. So we
Right.
were like both on either side, like watching.
Okay.
And I think she just backed off of it.
Uh-huh.
And then obviously they had to like call the cops.
Yeah.
Because there's a traffic signal sitting in their gas station.
That would have been hilarious if she was like, all right, thanks, and just like motored away, and here you are with this stoplight.
It was crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah. I drove over some grass and now my car makes funny noises.
Right?
Wow.
And
And also, like, I went back and I drove past the median where it happened.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't like, I mean, there was a curb.
Right.
And she's in a Saturn. So
Yeah.
she surely would have noticed
Right.
that happening
Yeah.
with like the bump, ka-thunk. And then 2 more bumps.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Wow. I don't know. Sometimes you see somebody driving a car down the road that like the plastic underbody has come loose and
Yeah.
is just scraping down the road.
Right.
You know, and it's like, how long have you been driving it like that?
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
Yeah. Sometimes you'll see people and you'll see that and like they are leaving a Costco parking lot.
Right.
And it's like, that didn't just happen just now. Like, you've been driving, you're running errands with this, right? You're taking this with you.
Yeah. It's those, like, there are people that you just encounter occasionally out in the world, and you're like, how did you make it out of the house today?
Right. How did you manage to, like, put on pants,
Right.
to feed yourself as a function? How are you a functioning adult?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's I live for those moments a little bit because every time I feel like, oh man, I suck at life.
Right. I'm not doing good.
My life is
like,
a mess.
Right.
You're like, oh no, I'm doing fine.
You don't have a stoplight wedged into the front of your car and not realize what's going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or really feel any sort of shame or obligation to check to see what it is before I ask for help.
Right.
That's the part that blows my mind.
Yeah.
She didn't even look
Yeah.
at the front of her car where the noise is coming from.
Right.
Just that reminds me. So that I heard another story kind of along those same lines.
Okay.
So I took a lift last week or something.
Sure.
In Denver during the snowstorm, and so we were talking about the weather or whatever.
Yeah.
And we had both grown up where it was really snowy, and the guy said that one of his previous pickups that day was a woman who got in, was standing next to a car that was parked on the side of the road, and she got in and didn't talk for most of the trip, and then at the end started talking about why she took the lift. And
Okay.
it turned out that she took the lift because she was from Texas or something.
Okay.
And had never driven in snow before. It was her first time in snow.
Jesus. Okay.
And so she stepped on the brake and felt and heard
The ABS.
the ABS and just said, "Oh, my car is broken.
Right.
This shouldn't happen."
Right.
And so parked her car and took a lift
Took a
home.
lift.
And was just like, "Oh, my car." And then the Lyft driver had to be like, I'm really sorry to be the one to have to tell you this, but they all do that."
Right.
Like that's what it's supposed to do.
Right.
Because she just didn't know.
Right. She had never needed ABS before.
But like, how do you not Google that? At least.
Well, Ian, I mean, like, you're trying to bring reason to a crazy situation,
Yeah.
right? That's always a losing battle,
Yeah, I guess.
right? Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I love it.
Stoplight.
Stoplight.
On a Saturn. Under a Saturn. It's one of my
Sportage
favorites.
on a pole. Stoplight on a Saturn. Let's see. Let's rifle through a couple more, and I think we got an FMK cars from our buddy James, so we'll do that. Oh yeah, this is our buddy Johnny, Mr. Detail R on Twitter. Check out his detailing shop, Attention for Detail. This is why you don't leave a car battery on a car seat. Wow. It must have leaked, and guess what? Lead acid, not good for cars.
Or anything.
Yeah,
that it
exactly.
touches, really.
Yeah, you can tell my phone was at 42%.
Charge your phone.
And I used 24-hour time. So there we go. Yep. This is something my buddy.
Is that?
So this is my buddy Joe sent this in. So he and his wife Gab have a have a Toyota Sunrunner, like the Toyota camper conversions, right?
Oh, that's awesome.
And so he posted he saw this and sent it to me on one of their like Facebook groups. So this is like an older Toyota, the camper, Toyota camper.
That is rad.
Right?
I love
that. The color scheme, the style, the fender mirrors, the camper windows, the wipers on the camper. Or no,
those are just straps.
Yeah,
right?
straps. To hold the top
And I'm guessing
down.
that pops up.
Yep.
That's super cool.
And the Alaska plate to top it all off, right?
Yeah, all of that is working for me.
Right? Yeah.
It all works. I can't really explain why that all works for me, but it does.
It's scientifically engineered to pique all of our interests.
Yeah.
I
want to know everything about
it. Right?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
So thank you, Joe, for sending that in because it's fantastic. Also, it looks like there may be a turn signal integrated into the fender mirror.
Yeah, I was looking at that too.
That is awesome.
Super cool.
Right? Yeah.
Good spot.
Yeah. Let's see here. So, this I saw while my intern took while driving around. You can see the crack in my windshield is shorter here, so you know it was before the Juggalo picture.
Extra Tundra.
Yes. So this person has a Toyota Tundra, great truck. They've done the dumb skull modification for the TRD logo there. But they just like in shitty lettering also put Tundra on the opposite end. Like, I need to balance this out. I'm going to put Tundra on this side too.
My man needs to work on his kerning.
Yes, he absolutely needs to work on kerning and just, I don't know, buy a fucking ruler.
Also, what font is that?
It's a completely different font. It's the font of the chrome letters you buy at Pep Boys.
Yeah. That would drive me crazy.
Yeah, you're bringing Ariel to an impact zone, son.
Right.
Yeah.
Why there? Why?
Right? See?
Why the panel that already says Tundra?
Exactly. And that's a nice truck. It's a nice truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you screw it up with a giant rear window sticker for the Raiders, or sports thing.
Sports.
Yeah. Yeah. So
super strange.
Right? I don't know, Ian. This is the stuff that my intern sees. Right? I saw this individual. This picture was taken on January 23rd, and their template expired on November 30th. So they are on borrowed time, or the police have just taken pity on them.
Correct. Yes.
Yes. So
and they're sad antenna.
Yes. This is on buddy of mine's Instagram story. I took a screenshot. In Colorado, you've seen this curb and you've thought, I want to get one of my wheels up on that curb, right? Yeah. This person was skate grinding a curb with their Nissan Sentra. Is that what that is?
Altima, I think.
No.
Is that a Sentra?
Yeah. Ultima's too big. That's the smaller one. Yeah.
I'm squinting like it's going to help.
Yeah, right? Zoom and enhance. Yeah, I think that's the Sentra.
I think you remember right.
Yeah, right? Yeah, they're doing a sweet 50-50 grind. Yeah, guess what? Don't treat your car...
I've played Tony Hawk before.
Don't treat your car like a skateboard. When you're a cop and you come up on this, like the cop in when the Sportage was thrust into the sky, like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Like, obviously the person's safe.
Yeah. But I think it's boys back in the station is going to want to hear about this one.
Right.
Also, I'd like that it's a Denver Public School cop. It's not even a real cop.
No, it's not. It's a Denver Public Schools car that is just like, well, this is a dangerous situation. I'm just stopping and turning on flashing lights.
Yeah.
Just for the good of the people.
Fantastic.
Right?
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. And Billy's comment, in the event of a flood, seek high ground. That's pretty good, Billy. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And then let's see what else. Oh, we have our FMK cars from our buddy James.
Okay.
All right. Yes. So let's see here. He was bored, came up with an FMK cars. And let's see here. Here we go, Ian. First up, Mark III Toyota Supra.
Okay.
All right. Oh yeah. So he works for Toyota, and we were all abuzz about Supra stuff.
Oh.
Yes. So this is a Supra themed. Or Toyota themed FMK cars.
Okay,
right?
so but this is going to be an NA with an automatic
Mark III Supra. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So that is this one. I love this body style.
I do too.
So much.
I do too.
Every generation of Supra except the latest one looks amazing.
I agree.
Right? Look at the second gen. How cool is that?
That's maybe my favorite.
Yeah,
of all of
that
them.
is awesome.
Yeah.
The third gen, I think the third gen is my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, that works for Dave.
Okay.
Yeah, that is ticking some boxes there, buddy.
Okay.
All right. So third gen, automatic, normally aspirated, right?
Okay.
Okay. Torino Sprinter, that's the AE86 Corolla, right?
He said 500,000 kilometers,
Yeah.
which is something in miles, which I will look up.
Ian's doing conversions.
That is 310,000 miles.
Okay. All right.
That's
Okay.
that's a lot.
So inline 4, 1.6 liter.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Or comparable miles, since y'all's American. Thank you, James. And then lastly, a Toyota MR2 with 15-year-old all-season tires. Yeah. Which MR2 should we pick, Ian? Let's see here.
Let's go with the last one.
Okay.
Is that
MR2.
supercharged?
The last one wasn't. The last one was that weird little normally aspirated one.
Oh.
Right? The last one was the one that nobody ever talks about. This one, the Spider.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to give you I'm picking. This is dealer's choice. I'm going to give you this one. Right?
The race car.
Yes. No, I think this is what is this? The first gen MR2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go to Wikipedia for it. And let's look at the generations. Okay, the W110, first generation.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Yep.
Okay.
Kind
All
of
right.
looks like a Nissan Pulsar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I think I got this.
Dry rotted all season tires.
Yeah.
So the reason that is an issue is because everybody's afraid of snap oversteer in this car because it's rear mid-engine,
Right.
and the weight transfer under braking and lifting is weaponized spinning.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am going to crush that
Okay.
because 15-year-old tires
Yeah.
in a sports car that's bad.
I don't know if you
That's
know
real
this or
bad.
not, but I enjoy doing a podcast with you, and I would prefer you stay alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like instant death.
I don't want to have to move the blanket fort into an ICU room.
Yeah. I can't do this while in traction.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm killing that.
Okay.
I'm going to, for a day, drive the Supra,
Okay.
and then I'm going to marry the high mileage AE86.
Okay. Okay.
What would you do?
Dealing with an automatic transmission and normal aspiration on the Supra would be tough.
Yes.
That would be tough, but not tough enough to keep me from marrying it.
Oh.
I love a long, low coupe, son.
I know it.
Right?
I know it.
I love
You have a type.
so I shop at Costco, right? Costco just got a clutch. You know how stuff kind of comes and goes as Costco can get it. They got a clutch of Puma tracksuits.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
I bought 2 Puma tracksuits.
Why? Why?
Because it's the
Because
perfect.
you joined the Russian mafia and I didn't know about it?
I don't leave the house in them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but they're the perfect thing to wear around the house.
Okay.
Like they're super soft, super comfortable.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like that's wearing around the house stuff.
Okay.
Right? You wear that kind of stuff around the house, probably.
Yeah, I wear exactly the same thing in every single situation in my life.
I don't understand why comfort is not a thing for you.
Yeah, it's just not. It's just low
just
on
don't
my
think
list
about
of
it.
priorities.
Yeah. Yeah. Like those are your pajamas. You have hipster jean pajamas.
Yeah.
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 I picture you just throwing back the covers in the morning and you just look like that.
That's not far off. No, I wear soccer shorts. The soccer
Yeah, you
shorts
do.
is my
Yeah.
my go-to.
Are knocking around the house. Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do not own a tracksuit.
Yeah. Well, you should because they're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. So, but the feeling I get from the tracksuit,
Uh-huh.
I think I get that same kind of feeling from a long, low coupe, Ian.
Okay.
I don't know. It just, for some reason, it just goes together.
All right.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I love my tracksuits.
I don't think that there are many Toyota Supra enthusiasts that would appreciate you comparing their favorite car to
a Puma
a
tracksuit.
Puma tracksuit.
But
there are a few.
There may be a few. There may
Yeah.
be a few. The Venn diagram, the intersection in that Venn diagram lands in, like I said, Russian mafia circles.
Yeah, it's a non-zero sum.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a cast of characters in there.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
All right. So then what do you? So you're gonna marry the Supra,
Yeah. For a day, the AE86.
and you're also crushing the MR2.
Yep. Yep.
Smart.
I'm crushing the thing. I'd kill it before it kills me, Ian.
yeah. I think that's exactly.
Yeah.
that's
right?
your only choice.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, James, for sending that in. We always love hearing from you.
That was fantastic.
Remember, he's the one who made us honorary Canadians. He said we had the
Oh, hey.
ability to communicate with Moose. Yeah. So thank you, James.
I forgot about that.
No, I think about him often. Yeah, he's a good guy.
I think we did a car show, Dave.
I think we did.
we did a car show.
We have no activity on the chat.
Perfect.
So either we've done something wrong or no one cares.
both,
Right?
probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you enjoyed this, okay.
TeamClearCoat.com.
Yep.
We're on the media social.
Yep.
Go check out deadpedalracing.com or find them on Facebook. That's probably the better place to go talk to people about it.
Sure.
Or go see them at Sonoma.
Yeah.
What else?
Send us FMK cars.
Yes.
Yeah. You can hit us through all myriad, but email, Instagram, DMs, Twitter.
Slide into the DMs.
Yep. Any of that stuff. Yeah.
Give us a call.
Yep. Call the hotline if you see a vehicle whose front wheels have been thrust into the sky because of driver error. Yeah.
And you can also text us a picture of that.
Yep, exactly. 720-515-1391. Yep. That's the Team Clearcoat My Eyes crisis line.
What else? I think that's it.
I think you're right.
I think we did it.
I think we did. Oh God, I have to cue up the outro music. Distract the people.
I've got nothing.
Ian.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what to
we
say.
absolutely love you.
We do love you. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.